I am -X, and welcome to the Great Conversation, where we indulge in healthy dialogue about topics that are important to today's society and culture. I got one of the most lovely, seductive voices in song and now radio. Tina Renee, y'all. What's going on?
What's up, man?
What's going on? Tina, I finally got Tina Renee on the show.
Oh, listen.
I've been watching Tina Renee for a long time.
Man, listen, I've been watching you guys and y'all are doing some amazing things, and I was like, listen, why can't we trade services, right? You come on mine, I come on yours, and we just live it up.
Why not?
Listen.
Why not? Yeah, catch me on, what's that, say the name of your radio
Soulful
station?
Discussions, Flight Radio 105.7 FM out of Freeport, Illinois.
Ooh, right there on your radio dial.
Yes, that's where I am.
Right there on your radio dial.
Don't miss me, okay?
I want to talk about a couple of things real quick. Been keeping up with the whole Jay-Z, I guess Diddy had a party.
Yes.
Jay-Z was kind of upset already because Kanye showed up. He was mad.
You know what, that facial expression that he had in that picture?
Yes.
That picture was like, listen, man, if you come near me, we're going to have a problem. But they shook hands, so I thought that was it.
Keeping it cordial.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
I guess so.
There is some underlying beef there, more than likely. But you got, it's at Diddy's 50th birthday party. Looks like it was not an all-white event, but like a classy event. Very classy because it's Diddy. I think he's past the cocaine days.
Oh, did you put him out there? Like,
you know, I mean, it's Hollywood. You know
definitely. Wow.
That's
I guess everybody do drugs and
I guess
everything else, huh?
Something else. But then they got Jay-Z snatching a phone. I don't know who this person was. They had to be of some importance. Worth a little bit of money. Mm-hmm. Snatched the phone out of his hand for recording Beyonce, his wife. That possessive?
Dang on right it is. I mean, like, he's like literally snatched the phone out of old boy's hand. Like, listen, don't be filming my woman. But at the same time, like, Beyonce's been going through a lot recently. I saw the news too, where like from a mental health situation, she's taking a whole year hiatus off. So maybe he just was like, listen, give me her time. She just want her freedom. She just want to live her best life. We ain't got time for that recording.
Yeah. So you think he was more so trying to protect his wife or protect the image of Beyonce?
Well, was Beyonce twerking? That's why I don't know. Like, I didn't watch the full
videos.
Those, like, everybody twerking. You know, what's her girl? Lizzo twerks nowadays in McDonald's, so it don't even really matter. I think they have to understand if there's a no camera.
Not Lizzo.
He say no cameras, then no cameras, but he didn't put that on the list, obviously.
He didn't. I think maybe he was already agitated because Kanye was there. Because sometimes, you know, somebody can be there and it just throw your whole energy off. You know?
Yeah, that definitely. Did you see the picture?
Yeah, I did.
That picture was like, man,
was like,
you look at me one time. We're going to have a problem. It's going down in the DM, okay?
Like he didn't know he was coming or something.
They already knew they was coming. But I wanted to see Beyonce and Kim interaction. Now, how come they didn't show that? Because, you know, they've been beefing for a long time, too. So I was like, what did that look like? They were, you know, far apart, so you couldn't tell. So I was like wondering, like, Beyonce, what were you thinking on that?
Yeah, Beyonce is a little bit more diva-ish, so she would not come around like what she would call a peasant. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because she is on a high horse. I mean, I love Beyonce, I love Jay-Z, I love Kanye. I would defend them.
You love Kim out?
Huh?
You love Kim?
Well, Kim come with Kanye. Kim come with Kanye. I respect what she's doing. She's earning my trust.
Really?
Yeah.
Definitely, especially when she wearing those dang on men's suits to church. Yeah, that just take the whole cake, didn't it?
That was what's that mayor's name? Chicago mayor. What's her name? What's her name? Littlefoot. That's that was Littlefoot Taylor. That. You know what I'm saying?
Would you stop right now?
But that's just she covered up for Kanye because he was going inside of a church and he knew that she would be scrutinized. So she just covered up for her husband so that the glory of God could reign through that place.
But what about on the weekend? I mean, when she butt naked on the dang on thing. I'm just trying to understand.
I mean, it's a time and a place. You can't wear like, you know, long dresses and stuff when you're on the beach, getting a tan.
No, what about in the home, in her bedroom, and in the bathroom? That's
yeah, that's her crib. She can get down how she live. He loves her like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's for him. He's saying that's for him now. He's going through a change.
Oh, definitely.
And so let's talk about that. So if you are in a relationship, do you think it's important for the people in a relationship to have the same religious values?
I think sometimes, like, it makes it difficult if you don't. So, like, I've been in a relationship with a person that's a Muslim. Well, you know, as you know, they don't eat pork. The majority of them are vegans. And I love my pork chop, neck bones, collard greens, all that stuff. So, I ain't giving up no meat. I like being fluffy, you know. I love it all. I like my dressing it all with the chicken in it. So, you know, I think when it all boils down, like, if your values are not aligned with each other, of course, there is going to be turmoil. You see people convert over time, but initially, you know, it's not something that happens right off the bat because they've already have values that they've been instilled with for years. So I think over time it could work if they understand that here's what we're pressing towards, but it's definitely difficult.
Because like I know in the Bible it says like you cannot be unevenly yoked.
Oh, definitely.
And if you're not a part of the same background, same religion, or in your marriage or your relationship, then some would say that would be being unevenly yoked.
I can say that if you think about how society is now, people don't look the same, don't act the same. There's people from different races that come together and they're not equally yoked when you first meet because your religion is different. However, I think like when you show that person value and a man leads a woman or a woman leads a man, don't take that the wrong way. Somehow somebody has to lead that family to saying here's our vision and here's where we're going. And the reason why I say a man or a woman, you see women now leading the household, men staying at home at times because they're running companies. Same thing. You see men, you know, leading their household and their woman is in return following. Therefore, he's leading the family.
Are we equivalent leadership to a dollar amount because she's out working?
No.
But I've seen a lot of scenarios where a man who stays at home, he is like the boss of the relationship. You know what I'm saying?
When a woman,
formerly known as pimps.
I cannot with you. See did you say pimps?
Formerly known as pimps.
Nobody.
Those are
where do you see pimps out there nowadays? Okay, they call it trafficking and everything.
Yeah, it got such a terrible name now.
No,
human trafficking.
Human trafficking now, but trafficking. That really, when you look at it, is pimping anyway.
Yeah, they did a good job changing that narrative.
Man, it's like, geez, I don't want no.
Scary.
I don't want no hoes. Okay, oops, can I say that?
Yeah.
No.
Renee said she don't want no hoes.
No.
I ain't pimping out. Unless we're in Nevada.
I may have a couple of them. I moved to Nevada. I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay, I'm just playing. Beep that out, y'all.
Oh, man.
No, all jokes aside, though, like, you know, you can't equivalent time. Like, people spending time at home, man. That's a lot of, like, if you're doing it right. I would say between cooking, cleaning, make sure you take care of the kids and everything else. That's time. It doesn't have any value on it. But still, like, it's a lot. But financially, when you look from a financial standpoint, society equivalent that to being the person that runs the home, which in some cases may not be. In some cases, it may be. You just don't know. Whatever works in that household is what works in that household.
That's true. But you see, like I want to touch on something that you just mentioned. You talked about how, like, most nowadays, it is the woman who's the head of the household. You know what I'm saying? But I also look at that and I see that maybe is that a part of the design or a plan? You know, are a lot of women confusing being single with being a single parent? Because I know a lot of guys, you know what I'm saying, and I know a lot of girls, and I know a lot of dudes that are in their children's life. And then I do see these same women, you know, claim to be, you know, I'm a single parent, blase, but no, you're single. You know what I'm saying? As in, like, you don't have a man
in your life, yeah.
Right.
I honestly think, like, let's just double back to something that you said. Single women, like, I want to put this out there for the world to know. I don't think there's not one person, whether it's the father or the mother, wants to be a single parent.
Truth.
Like, to be honest, that's hard nowadays, period, in society. Now, here's the thing. That baby mother or the father of the child or baby mama, whatever y'all want to say, they may get on your nerves that make you want to be a single parent. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, nobody wants to be a single parent because it takes a lot. And I would hope that when you look at, for me, I'll say for myself, I was a single parent for a long time. Me and the father of my son, we separated when I was 3 months. Never wanted to see that because my mom was a single parent. I knew how hard it was for her. But I was a single parent. And then I met the love of my life who has helped raise my son, who calls my son dad. Now that's the hard part because he has a father. Now that's two different things.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Dad.
Your son calls him dad.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And my father, two different things, right? Because the dad, his stepfather is the one that's raising him.
True.
His dad is the one gave birth to him or whatever. Well, I gave birth, but
Yeah, I hear
put
you.
that drop in there and it boop, and I got pregnant and all that good stuff. like Pop Tops, once you start, you can't stop, okay? And that was more like, it was more like that. But I didn't want to be a single parent. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to be. The independent phase came from the government saying, hey, no man can be in a household. And as women, we said, you know what? Great, we get free housing. Let's do it. Now, they didn't say you had to stay on free housing either.
That's true.
It was a support system to get us going, to get off our feet. And I think somehow we lost that concept of being understanding like that's only there for a short period of time. You see Illinois talking about, listen, y'all got to get up and get a job if you're physically able now. Yeah. You're not going to get them food stamps. Bro. That's tough. You're going to be like, what in the world am I going to do? It puts us almost in survival mode, and that's when you see a lot of violence and stuff like that takes place in our city. And I think, to be honest, we're going to see more of that, which is crazy. I'm hoping not.
So Rockford probably turned into Gotham because they're getting all these big embassy buildings and whatnot, and they got the UW building and whatnot. So like the money is here, but it's in different. It's just in certain sectors. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And people who are this is what a lot of people don't understand. Like this is what Republicans talk about all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like get up off your ass, make something happen. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not for taking away all assistance. You know what I'm saying? I think that's pretty drastic.
No, definitely.
You know? But I do think there should be some type of like program where, hey, if you're receiving some type of SNAP benefit, then you should be able to get some type of training at the local community college.
There you go.
Because that's also taxpayer money as well. So they have to get the taxpayer money to work for the taxpayer because that's what you want to happen because the taxpayer is what runs the city. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I know with the education thing right now, they're talking about losing $500,000 of revenue because 14 students that live in this area by Hananita, the homeowners want to pull out. They want to pull out and be a part of something else because they're saying that the nearest Rockford Public School is miles and miles away. It doesn't make any sense. From
the transportation aspect of it, parents being able to get their kids to school and things of that nature. It's sad. Like, if you look at Rockford, and I'll just be honest, when I first moved to Rockford, because I'm not, you can't tell I'm country, as you know what, but I came from Arkansas, so. Arkansas, or Arkansas. So I came from down south. I was down south for 15 years. And my first year back, I started to research Rockford, and I realized one of the issues that Rockford has is that a lot of manufacturers pulled out of Rockford. When they pulled out of Rockford, you think about Chrysler, what they've done this last year. Think about Servcom. Think about all the different places that's pulled out. That has hurt. Like, where do people find jobs? And if they do find jobs, it's at a lesser value. They're used to making $24 an hour, and now they're going down to $13. That's
it's a drastic.
Like, it's a drastic cut. Like, that hurts when a person can't do what they want to do for their kids and family because of that because of the cut. But what it does open our eyes is why in a black homes or our community we fail to save. Yeah. This will teach us more than anything that during this time you must save in case of a rainy day. Stuff that they don't teach us.
My mentor once told me, he said that if you really look at it, if you look at the money, if you really follow money, it's hard for one that used to be considered currency to understand the importance of currency if they don't have self-worth. Which is to say that blacks in America have just been United States currency for so long. You know what I'm saying? That we're a little bit behind the 8 ball with the understanding of money. It's not an excuse, but it is a practical reason. And it also comes with the education. When the education comes down to it, like our right now who's running rampant. Like say when Brother Henry speaks.
Right,
You know
definitely.
what I'm saying? Let's say when Brother Henry speaks and he's speaking to us. You know what I'm saying? I say that he does a good job of not making you feel stupid. Because a lot of people, they have a tendency to talk down on the ones that don't know. You know what I'm saying? And then when you don't know, that makes you become what? You know what I'm saying? Reserved, quiet. I don't want to ask any questions. You know what I'm saying? Because from an education background, blacks have always been behind everyone else because we're trying to thrive inside of a system that was never designed for us.
Right.
You know, so it makes it very hard. So to circle all that back around to talk about the woman being the head of the household, we've been pushing for black women to go to college.
Oh, definitely.
For a very long time. The government makes it more accessible for the black woman to go to college, you know, because they're a double minority. You know what I'm saying? They're a woman and they're black. And then they're on government assistance, and then they're able to go get different trades under their belt. It's an advantage. So I think that's why we see a lot of women saying that they're single, because there's a lot more advantages for self reasons, I would say. I was because it's not about it's not family, because if you don't include the man in that word, then your family is short.
You think about you brought up something that was very important, but I'm gonna double back to this too because it's something I want to talk about. In 2007, companies did something where we talked about discriminations, and companies that's out there went out and sought out women for leadership positions. Yeah. Because of the fact that there, in a lot of places, whether it's retail or whatever, it was male dominated. So that gave us a competitive advantage because, like, they're saying, listen, women are not being paid this. Here's a position. Now, did that mean we had to earn it? Yeah, we just had to make sure we fit the criteria from an educational standpoint. And I was actually one of the ones that was chosen at that time for Kroger's. They actually was going to black schools recruiting African American women for positions, leadership positions. That's kind of crazy, right? But it's true.
I can believe it though.
And so now we're at a state where if you pay attention to the media now what are they pushing now? Men getting education. They're highlighting men going further, black men. At one point in time it was black women. Now if you pay attention on the news, black men, all men graduating from Morehouse. Wow. So right now if you pay attention, you'll see that the transition is shifting. Now you're going to say, listen, men, we want to see more men in the household. If you think about it, almost every conversation is there. So how much you want to bet 10 years from now you'll see people now going back to the foundation of a man and a woman in the household. Because I'm finding every flaw there is from, number one, you're not giving me none of that good loving. You stop loving on me. Then comes I've reached out to, now this person is already out there talking and texting to whoever they want to. And that's another thing. Don't get me going on. Texting other people, communicate is a form of cheating because that's how. Don't get all like shocked. I'm gonna tell you, it is because that's where the emotional part stands.
Yeah, I mean
that's where it starts. Because emotionally, you start texting somebody like, "Oh, how was your day?" And the next time, "How was your day?" They be like, "You doing fine? You and her working it out?" And then all of it now you in the bed scrolling. Like it's going down. It's pound down to the world.
It is a slippery slope.
Yeah, definitely. Then you gonna say, "I don't know how that happened." Yeah, you do. You was texting. Stop texting.
Well, yeah, but okay, so is it ever...
Stop texting.
Is it ever somebody else's fault that a person cheats?
I'm going to say... Like,
if a man cheats on a woman, does the woman play any role in that man cheating and vice versa?
Well, I'm going to tell you, I know some women that's out there that just don't want to be in a relationship. Don't show no affection. Don't even pay attention to her man. But the question is, how did you get there? See... Let's talk about cheating, right? Because I'm gonna get deep in it.
It's about to go nuts.
It's gonna go down. It's gonna go down. Think about something, right? You start cheating. People say it's because of weight and things of that nature. Why a person started. Y'all both was laying in the bed eating them dang old hot cakes and chicken and everything. A woman gonna get fatter before a man because guess what? Because we just thicker than a Snicker. Everything we eat go to our hips and our thighs and our stomach and our everything else.
Yeah, true.
So when it all boils down, take that excuse out because we won't invest in that person, right? So what you finding in that woman that you out there or that man that you out here cheating is actually the same thing you have at home, but you're just not willing to invest that time until you get caught and you be like, baby, I was cheating. Well, yeah, you was. The freedom to be able to do whatever you want is the reason why you cheat. Because guess what? You can You can throw on the wall. She gonna be okay with it. You can do whatever you want to do to her.
Yeah, because
and
she doesn't belong to you.
There you go. She don't belong to
Yeah.
you. But when she belongs to you, Lord
It's
Jesus, that
different.
heifer just like that one that you just had.
That's very true. I agree with that. Well, let's go back to your scenario. So you're both sitting down eating zebra cakes and
I ain't finna eat no zebra cake.
Why not?
I'm eating egg bones.
Oh my goodness.
I'm eating egg bones, hamburgers,
and banana pudding.
Yeah.
And caramel cake.
No, see, I'm not a big sweet eater. I like chips.
Chips.
That's about it. I don't even like ice cream.
You say chips?
Chips. I can't eat a lot of
So
sweets.
when you said sweets, you thought chips?
That's it. That's sweet for me. I can't eat all the pies and ice cream and stuff. That just don't work for me.
Oh my God. So,
give me cheese. That's sweet to me.
Oh my God.
Cheese. I eat sweet and hot bread. That's my
hot bread.
Hot bread. I'm country. I told you that. See, you laughing. Don't be laughing at me. I'm country. I don't want all
what is
that.
hot bread?
You ain't never had Texas Roadhouse breads. I'm sorry, I ain't promoting them hot bread.
Okay,
hot rolls.
Oh man,
Yeah, let me tell you.
okay,
See what I'm saying? Smack.
So while you sitting there eating this hot bread, you know what I'm saying? Is it not each other's responsibility
to say put that dang on
to stay attractive for the other one?
Yes, but how many people stay attractive for the other one unless they're in a like competition? Like, baby, let me see how many push-ups you gonna do. I'm not, first and foremost, I'm not gonna drop down and do no push-ups anyway. I may go out there and walk and everything, but think about it. Think about obesity, period. Like, half African Americans are like obese.
I don't like this. Like,
I'm okay with being fluffy.
For let me see. How can I say this? Say I'm somewhere where money is used to encourage one to be, for lack of a better term, all up on you. Strip club. Okay, say I'm at.
Don't let me go to the strip club.
Say we're at the strip club. I'm not trying to pay my money for the one that I'm not attracted to physically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So back to paying bills. So if he got with you, you know what I'm saying? You looked a certain way, and he was spending that bread. You know what I'm saying? But you start to know, because a woman knows.
Oh yeah,
you know
she knows when
he's I'm starting to get a little big. The bill's starting to stop getting paid. This, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Does she not have a moral responsibility because she know that her body is what attracted that man in the first place? In those instances.
I think every woman, like, you got to think about a woman body takes so many different forms from the summertime to the wintertime period. From having a baby to not having a baby, because I'm still holding on for my baby fat. My baby's 8, okay? I'm going to be honest with you. So when it comes to a woman, she's going to get bigger. Just understanding that. She's going to get smaller at times when it's summertime because she's sweating like a Hebrew, you know? But when it all boils down, like, yeah, you do supposed to stay fit for your man. And then the man's supposed to stay fit for...
Vice versa. What if they were never fit to begin with?
Us, because, sometimes y'all grow them titties too. I mean, I'm just saying. Just throwing it out there. And we gotta be slapped it all in the face too. We be like, what the, you know?
That's so fun.
Don't be like, I'm just saying. I like chunky. I mean, I like me a thick man. But Lord, I'm just saying, I don't want all of them in my face. Don't slap me with them.
Smack out.
I told you I was trying to be good.
So,
please forgive me.
So, because you finances come up there.
Yeah,
okay?
finances.
So is it more so like, okay, what if the man communicated with you, hey baby,
we struggling.
We ain't got it right now.
And we got it. I got your back. We ain't got it.
The lights are about to get shut off.
First, I'm gonna figure out why the lights about to get shut out.
Because I was insecure and I didn't want to come and tell you at first, but
that happens in relationships.
I got to tell your ass now because they about to turn this shit off.
But you know
tomorrow.
What? This is a partnership, so there is no. I'm not gonna say there's no way because it does happen, especially if the man's paying the bills, right?
Yeah.
It does happen. I even think, like, I tell people in a relationship, there's gonna be times where they're 50-50, 40-60, 70-30, 80-20. That's when you go into a relationship, you have to understand that's going to happen. I don't care what relationship you are in. Now, here's the struggle. Look at me, y'all. Is when it stays that way, where the woman or the man has to constantly pay all the time. Now, in some homes, I can't say how it should be in some homes. Some men like to be the caregiver, the one that take care of all the bills.
Because a lot of men have been trained to be domestic.
And guess what? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let me, baby, tell me to quit my job.
A lot of single mothers raise boys into men that they wouldn't even want to date. I got it. Well, no, okay, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm glad you said that.
I told this to somebody the other day. I said, actually, my significant other, I told him this. He told me I spoiled my son. My son's 8 years old. I don't know how to raise a boy.
Yeah.
Most women don't. We can't show a man how to be a man. However, other men can. Whether it's the uncle, the aunt, the grandfather, whatever it is. The cousins. That's why I say, when it comes to single women, we always say, well, you know what, she just thinks she wants to be single and she knows. No, society, no. We don't know how to. However, that's when men have to step into play and show the boy how to be a man. My son, I couldn't teach him how to pee in a Cheerio not one time. He wouldn't potty train or whatever. He was 3. And I was like, I can't figure it out. Sitting down there to my daddy for 2 weeks, my son knew how to use the bathroom in a dang on toilet. He was like, Mom, watch this. I gotta show you something. He came back. He was like, watch this. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. And he knew how to pee. Like, I couldn't teach him how to shake it, shake it, shake it. Because I ain't got nothing to shake it, shake it, shake.
And you can kind of tell that because, like, sometimes, like, be in these public bathrooms, you see a transgender woman come in.
Oh, don't you open that up. I ain't getting there.
She uses the bathroom, and I can tell, like, she has, like, no real experience. You know what I'm saying? It's all fun.
Well, first, how
like,
she...
It's not even fluid. Like...
Well, first, don't... I am not going there.
Yeah, they got...
How do you know? They don't... They
got a device.
They do nowadays?
Yeah, like, there's cups over.
I want to see. That sounds bad. I'm like, I ain't never seen it.
They use them in camping.
They do?
They made them for like camping, but they use them like.
It's been converted over.
Oh, this is
another
getting real.
victory.
This is getting real.
For the alphabet people.
Listen, ain't nothing wrong with no transgender people. I'm not gonna go there with you.
I'm about to say, I didn't say anything.
Did you call it alphabet people?
Yeah, no, it's because there's a lot of them. You know
I'm
cool with. I like I'm cool with the L's, the B's. The G's, the Q's. This is me and the T's, man. We get into it. I mean, we get into it on a regular basis.
I cannot.
I love them.
But
they're humans too.
They are.
Yeah,
hey.
Nothing wrong with that. And so are the people.
I can't even jump into that topic. We're going to get off of that because I don't know the difference. I'm going to be honest. I went out to Atlanta. One good time. I ain't know a man from a woman. I was like, are you a man or woman? That boy said, hello, but damn. I mean, which one are you today? I can't.
When I was coming up, we used to watch Jenny Jones.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
A lot of times I was wrong.
See,
you
didn't know which one it was.
Yeah,
you was looking for that app.
Yeah, I'm young. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, that don't work nowadays. They can shave it down. Look, they breasts look bigger than mine. Like they be right, okay? Thighs look better than mine. I done seen it. You done see all these folks out there getting with these transgender women. Listen, y'all be the bomb. I'm sorry. I can't compete. Y'all show me what I need to do to suck this gut in, like, cause 2 waist trainers ain't working.
But check it out, like, should not, like, what is it to be a woman?
No, let's talk about that.
Like, what's a woman? Like, because you're a woman, so because you're the first woman we ever had on the show.
Well, let me tell you.
What's a woman?
Which component of a woman?
No, a woman. Period.
Oh.
Your definition.
You got to think about it when it comes to a woman. Like, what you talking about? I want to make sure, cause like start our day. So women, like, we wear so many different hats that most people don't understand. From starting your day, from cooking. I don't know if some people cook, but I cook still. Mm-hmm. From starting your day, cooking, getting your child ready for work. I mean, it's for school. For you getting ready to work, coming home, taking care of your spouse. So your day is never ending. You're a natural born nourisher for your family. You're a safe haven. You're a person that keeps your man motivated. A person that is almost like the backbone of the family. Mm-hmm. And then, like, your day from start to finish, you lay down for your day and you reflect on your day, and then your day starts over. I always say for men, and I say different type of men. I can say that some men, they come home, I don't know if they spend as much time with their women, with the kids as a woman would spend. But a man, majority of the time they come home, they come home for their day. Some cook, some don't. Some just go to the couch and sit down. They wait for their woman to come home to be that one that become physical with them, and they start their day. Think about that. In an average home, the woman is the one that's with the kids from start to finish in most homes. If a man is very active in a home, he'll spend a little time. But a woman's day is spent a lot of the time with kids and then nourishing her spouse. And then we wonder why women are tired by the end of the day, or have these physical breakdowns, and y'all say nag all the time because she's going from morning, noon, and night.
I think y'all can do all that because y'all strong.
No, hold on. Now listen. Now I want y'all to. You know what? When you think about, don't get me going, man. The average woman is strong.
Yeah.
She has to be. Because a lot of times she's the glue that holds her family together.
Right.
The man is known for the disciplinary, right? They're the ones that say this ain't gonna have structure. But for the most part, the woman is the one that holds the family together. And that's what makes it beautiful. See, we forget that a man has a role and a woman has a role in that family. And everybody has their components, but the main focus is to have a united family.
Yeah.
And I think that's where society has forgotten about it. Yeah, the woman shouldn't have to do everything, nor the man has to do everything, but the main focus is to help their kids and upbring the kids and create a strong foundation within their home.
So like the tax money, right?
The man should carry some one year, the woman should carry the next year.
And they both get all of it that year?
What? What's wrong with that?
I'm just asking.
Well, the thing about it is, if you're in a home, isn't the money financially
okay? Let's say
together?
people are co-parenting. Let's say that. Let's go there.
Well, if you
Because
look
you
at
can still be a family nowadays and not live together.
why wouldn't you?
You can still be a family nowadays. And
Okay, because you're co-parenting, right?
Yeah, you're co-parenting.
But you got to think about it. It's based upon what you guys have decided by the court system. The court system tells you can carry in 1 year, and then the next year you can carry.
Let's not put the court in it.
Well, that's what it is. You got to go by what court is.
What? No.
Or common agreement that you guys are
yeah. So
coming
what kind
with.
of what do you think about each year, person getting half?
What's wrong with that? Is that what y'all agree upon? Don't y'all set that president and say Tina said it?
I'm trying
No, you set me set
I'm
the
just
president.
trying to get your opinion.
I think when it all boils down, technically, when you look at the money,
yeah.
who should that money be going to?
What? Yeah,
the kids. That's the main point of that.
No kid.
When you care, but see, this is where society mess up. You should be investing in your kids' future.
Truth.
Instead of going out and buying cars, furniture, and things of that every year.
Gotta get little Mikey to
or savings.
Yeah.
Right? People go and get that money, and the first thing they do is they don't invest. They don't put their money up. They don't do anything. They do. That's why African Americans are.
Set. We know what we do. We get a new.
You get a new furniture every year, like in a new bedroom set. What the?
That's where we be at.
But the society, this is where I say that's when kid growing up. My mom would take her income tax and she would buy her school clothes. She would buy us. She would put money in our account. She would give us a little money to splurge. But her main focus was to put money aside.
That's smart. I think mothers do teach their daughters more about money than they do their sons. Single mothers. That's what I'm.
Me and I'll just give you my scenario. My brother was hard headed. He hard headed now. He's one of those that spend like crazy. But when it comes to me and my sister, we're the ones that'll say we'll pinch.
Yeah.
When men get older, a lot of the times you'll find them to be pinchers.
Yeah, like when they're 40s.
Yeah, you'll see that they're ready to pinch. You better cut that
light
light off. You better cut that light off. Put that light bill. That's when you start seeing them. You seeing them do things like that. But for the most part, I think structurally, you're taught the same. But sometimes boys, they want to journey out and be who they want to be at a young age. And then they come back and then you learn that as growth happens and maturity happens, they become more sound.
Yeah, I have to agree with that because that's just what it is. That's exactly what it is. So they say when I was coming up, it was always taught that women mature quicker.
Oh, definitely.
And then y'all hold that against us. That is held against us.
You see men maturing now in their 40s.
Yeah.
They still don't want responsibility at 40 years old.
Yeah.
You still can't play video games all day at 40.
Unless you're streaming and making currency.
There you go. If you're making money doing it, they ain't tripping, baby. Go ahead and do it. However, if your butt is at home all day, it ain't lift a finger, you playing that video game. Man, and then you on Facebook? Oh, bro, we definitely gonna have a problem. We got a problem putting you out. You gonna be outside.
Women allow that.
Tyrone, I think
because
they
of
do.
fear of being lonely.
girl, listen, stand up for your right. I don't care what they say. The first thing they're gonna say is you too independent. We don't want to be independent. Let me drop that knowledge jewel, boom. We don't want to be independent, y'all. Okay. And I say don't want to be is we don't want to do everything on our own. Men nowadays, I'm gonna say not even say men, boys nowadays, people nowadays, whichever one it is, force us to be. You gotta say that because you force us to.
Another victory for the alphabet people.
So with this man, will he please stop with this alphabet people? Lord Jesus, force us to be independent and work. Let me be honest with you. Instead of dealing with a headache, I'd rather be alone. If I gotta deal with arguing and fussing about me working and things of that nature, oh no. That's why I like old man. I like them old. Like, give me 50 plus. Why? Because by the time you finish, after I finish working, baby, you ain't gonna call me, text me, or nothing. I'm just gonna be working.
It's a wrap.
I like them like that. And I ain't talking about no sugar daddy because I got my own money, but I like them like that.
I'm financially insecure.
Give me, amen, somebody. Wait, I'm just playing, babe. I'm just playing, babe. I like them older because I can't deal with nobody young. They be calling my phone every 5 minutes. Where you at, babe? I'm working. You working 16 hours? Dang on right, I'm working 16 hours.
But what's young? What's young for you? Like how many years? How many years?
I can't do nobody 29. Like, 29. See, I look old, like young, but I'm old. Like I'm 37. Like, baby, listen. And I say 30. Look, I'm 37. So I'm just saying I can't deal with nobody like 30. Cause they still clubbing in the club scene.
Okay, and then how much older do you go? Like how many years?
I can only do now. I'm in a committed relationship. But if I wasn't, I'd do 50. I like them with the green, like the gray beard, like ooh, fine, like bald headed. Ooh, Jesus, praise the Lord. Saints, I like them old like that, gray beard, body just banging, like not granddaddy old. Now let me be honest with that.
So what has been the biggest age gap?
15.
15 years?
15 years. I mean, for me, a more mature man understands my work habit and understand my vision. I ain't, as people say, the modern superwoman or whatever you want to put me on. I like to hustle. I like to work. I like to have a foundation. My main goal is to have a foundation that my son can, and our kids can look back and say, listen, mom did this, and I can do it. Mom got a master's degree. Man, mom did it. I can do it. And leave a legacy for my family. I can't do it a lot of times with somebody young. And I said I can't. I have not found the one that I can do it that's younger because of the fact that their mentality is totally different than where I am. I'm a thinker that I'm like building companies. I don't got time to be sitting there babysitting, burping you, baby. Come here. I ain't got time to be burping.
Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying because they said when I was coming up, men mature slower than women. So it would be natural if we go off that premise that women would like older men because once a man is
then you
mature,
gonna start talking about R. Kelly now. You finna go there? I already felt you. I was grown. I'm grown. I feel you. I already knew that was coming. Don't you listen? I ain't messing with no man that's like R. Kelly. Now I might be a cougar or something. I already knew where you were going. I'm not gonna go there. Don't you go there with R. Kelly, man.
Lord.
Like, R. Kelly is a little bit different. Like, Kelly is like 40 dealing with like a 15-year-old. That is just ridiculous. R. Kelly, you finna go down, bro. But like, when you get grown, and I say grown, I'm 37.
So you from the South though? You said you from the South. So
I'm 47, huh?
So at the South, were you taught to go after?
No, actually, when I was growing up, my mom used to always tell me, "You leave them old man alone," Because at that time, I was, my child's, when I was 26, I had my son. I was 26 years old. I was running 20 stores and for Kroger's and everything like that. And the father of my child was 35. And my mom was like, that man, I didn't see no difference. I mean, because the mentality is totally different, right? So like that right there was, and she used to always say, get somebody your age. So I dated somebody my age. Lord Jesus, that man worked my nerves. Because I would work 60 hours and you didn't answer the phone. No, I can't answer the phone. I'm working right now. Yeah. So it became too much of a havoc for me because I'm like, man, or if I'm traveling around the world, because at that time I was a trainer too. So I would travel one weekend Mexico, next weekend wherever, Toledo, or wherever they wanted me to go. And at that time, it was like, you cheating. I'm in a hotel, of course. They want me to videotape. and then you gotta deal with the insecurities of that.
Man, that's a lot right there.
No, I don't want to deal with that.
Did you ever have to do that?
Oh yeah, I did. I did. You know how y'all do? Y'all think? Let me say, the worst thing is to have a jealous and insecure man or woman.
What was he doing at that time?
He was at home, but I was like, yeah, babe, look, you know, and you do whatever you can to suffice to make sure your woman or man feels secure, and that's what you're supposed to do. But you know why he was doing it? Because he was out there cheating in these streets, a bastard. I'm being honest with you. Yeah. He was cheating. He was doing it. He wanted to see where I was to make sure I wasn't at home.
His insecurity was made him cheat.
Yeah, no, his insecurity. No, he was out there a cheater.
Yeah, because he was insecure. He's cheating because he's insecure.
You know what? Take up for the man.
No, I'm not saying I'm not saying like I'm taking up for him. I'm saying that he's cheating because he's insecure.
There's no reason.
He got you at the hotel doing this, that, and other because you're making something out of yourself. Yeah. They're traveling the world. You getting on flights. You doing everything they talk about in the rap videos, and you flying different area codes and whatnot, and he's going to the fucking corner store. You know what I'm saying? Like,
damn, you just damn like that.
No, I can speak about that person because I used to be that person. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I ain't had no business. You know what I'm saying? I'm stuck in my own brain society. Right. Just caught a felony. My society is telling me that I can't get this job. I can't do that. I'm going to PTA meetings. But that money plays a big role in relationship. Even in the old days, you know what I'm saying? If you didn't have enough goats. Like you couldn't get her. You know what I'm saying? you couldn't have if you didn't have enough land, you couldn't marry this woman. You know what I'm saying? Because the father gift, and you have to give gifts to the father back then. So it's always been about some type of currency.
And people don't understand it. A relationship, a marriage, y'all can act like it's a financial business. Yeah. Don't take me wrong now. Y'all look at it and y'all be like, whatever. But the worst thing you can do is marry into somebody and they got a whole lot of debt because at that time you incur whatever debt that person got. I.e.,
that stops a lot of marriages.
No, bro. Soon as you figure out he got like 2 baby mamas that you ain't know nothing about, and you finna get that child support ate up out that check. Boy, yeah, you eat that. So I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, it's those type of things that people don't understand. Yes, a relationship is a business partnership, and from back in the days,
back in the day. Now ask me how many times I seen Papa wash dishes.
There you go.
Very, very rare sight.
It's very so that's
I'll go get my brother every time.
There you go. And the kids wash the dishes.
Yeah.
So that's why I say what now society see as what a role is of a man and a woman has changed. Yeah. It's like survival of the fittest. Everybody can do everything. And sometimes it may be one person doing more than the other, and sometimes it be like that person just sitting on their ear.
Like I don't believe that when people say I have to be the mother and the father. I don't believe in that because you're a woman, I'm a man. I can never be a mother. You know what I'm saying? I can be a really good dad though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I hold a woman up to the standard that you can't just say that you're a woman and say to be a woman because being a woman should be something sacred. Life comes from women. Our first teachers on earth is a woman. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like the woman is like, lack of a better term, the soil of the planet. Oh, yeah. And everything sprouts from it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of women have to be careful about how many seeds you put in your soil. You know what I'm saying? Babies? Yeah.
You is nuts. But back in the days, they used to pop out 15.
They did, but it'd be
15.
Like, pop. It'd be 15 by one man.
Pop. You right.
Or two.
Or 2. I'm gonna say my grandma got 9.
The older man would be dead, and then she go get another one.
Well, yeah.
Cause she's still young enough to do so.
Let me tell you something. Some people just like popping babies. Personally, after 30 hours. Oh, that one big head boy who jumped out like a man. 30 hours. That was enough, man. I felt like my whole life. I was like, God, just give me this one, please. And you get like the only thing you got me one.
Man, we thank you for your service.
Look, my son is 8. He's 5'4". He wears 130 pounds, size 7 in shoes, size 34. That boy is huge. Go, there you go. So he jumped out being a man. Hell, I ain't having no more kids. I'm done. Hot bread, greens, don't forget the neck bones, ham hocks. That was all that. Yeah. It did that. Okay, cornbread. Definitely
made that happen.
Definitely. And man. I wouldn't change it for the world. He's a blessing.
I know. I've seen all 3 of my children born, and
You seen how a woman like drop a baby out that thing?
Oh yeah, I'd be like,
Did you pass out?
no, I didn't pass out.
Was you like, dang, I wonder